If you've ever been to Tyler, Texas, then you've probably noticed these three things: churches, cows, and an abundance of places to eat. Today I'm going to go over my top picks for restaurants here in the Tyler area. So if you already live here, if you're planning a visit, or you're planning on moving here for good, then this list should come in useful and you'll have a lot of places to try while you're here. Howdy everyone, and welcome back to the channel. For everyone new here, my name is Ronnie Withers, and if you want to know what it's like to live, eat, sleep, work and play in Tyler, Texas and the surrounding areas, then go ahead and smash that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you are the first to be notified on any Tyler, Texas market updates. Me and my team are getting calls every single day of people just like you who are looking to either relocate to Tyler, move within Tyler, or sell their Tyler home. So if that sounds like you, please give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, and we can get together, hop on a call, and get you into your dream Tyler home. Food, cuisine, restaurants, restaurante. Today we're going to be talking about top places to eat here in Tyler. So these are my top recommendations. Now, this isn't an exhaustive list. Before you all scream and hit the computer screen that you're watching this from, this is not an exhausted list of places to eat in Tyler. Like I just said, there are a lot of different restaurants that you can eat here in Tyler, and I know food is a touchy subject with all the foodies out there. If there are other places that I do not mention in this video, please type them in the comments below and I can potentially do a part 2 on this video. These places that I'm about to mention are tried and tested and have some amazing eating, and I'd highly recommend you try them too if you are ever in Tyler, or you might already be here living in Tyler and you just want a few ideas to pick from for dinner. First food category that I'm going to start with is Mexican food and Tex-Mex kind of eating. As you can imagine, Mexican and Tex-Mex food is a huge staple here in Texas, and that is no different here in East Texas in the Tyler area. So we have a lot of good Mexican and Tex-Mex restaurants here. Let's start with our very first one, some nice authentic Mexican food, which is going to be Don Juan's. Now, Don Juan's has 2 locations here in Tyler. We've got one on the square and we have one on Irwin Street as well, which is very close to downtown. Now, Don Juan's is a really nice Mexican place, has everything you could think of, has some nice margaritas as well, and it's really, from what I've heard, it's really authentic Mexican food. Now, I only really had my first Mexican food about a year and a half ago when I first came to the States, and that was Taco Bell. So I thought that was authentic. So I've been told that Don Juan's is very authentic Mexican food, but the difference when I tasted that compared to my first Taco Bell, 100%. So I'd highly recommend stopping in and having some Mexican food at Don Juan's. Another pick for authentic Mexican food is Ruby's. Now, Ruby's has 3 locations here in Tyler, and that is also some nice authentic Mexican food, a little bit higher end, but still really good Mexican food. Next pick is going to be Javi's. So Javi's is in South Tyler, and it again is some high class authentic Mexican food, some of the higher end stuff, but Javi's has got an amazing menu. You can also book it out for private functions, whether you've got a wedding or a bachelorette party or anything you can think of, you can book it out. And it also boasts some award-winning margaritas and fajitas. So if you like margaritas and fajitas, then just head on over to Javi's and I assure you, you're going to have a good time. Humo is up next, which is a really unique mix of Mexican food and Texas barbecue. So if you want a little bit of a mix of some Mexican and barbecue, then go to Humo because it has it. So you can have some nice barbecued meat, but then also have some tacos, margaritas, and cervezas at Humo. My last 2 picks for Mexican food are going to be chains, but I have a soft spot in my heart for these 2. So the first one's going to be Torchy's Tacos. I really love Torchy's. Their breakfast tacos are spectacular. But also they have a taco of the month every single month, which you never know what you're going to get, and sometimes they're absolutely amazing. And also, little top tip, try their green chili queso. It's an amazing little pot of queso, just the right amount of spice, how much you can handle. I'm a little bit of trying to think of a politically correct way, child when it comes to spice, so I can't handle too much, but for me, It's just the right amount of spice and it's absolutely delicious. Also, speaking about queso, let's move on to Chuy's, which is my last pick, my guilty pleasure of Chuy's. It's just the perfect place. Exactly, it just hits the spot whenever you're craving some Mexican food. You want fast service. Chuy's has nice, huge portions. I'm a fat boy at heart. I love my huge portions of food. They call burritos as big as your face, and that's actually true. And I've got a big head, but it really covers up your face. So burritos, you got the chips and queso, which is absolutely delicious. You have frozen margaritas, you have beers, you have anything you could think of, and it's fast service, really great place. I'd highly recommend Chuy's, and we have one here in Tyler. Okay, moving on to our next category is you can't go to Texas without trying Texas barbecue, and Tyler has just the spot for you. What I'm talking about is Stanley's Barbecue Pit. Stanley's is an award-winning barbecue spot here in Texas. Just Google Stanley's Barbecue and you'll see what I mean. So Stanley's is kind of near downtown. It's this little shack. It's like Doctor Who's TARDIS, where it looks small from the outside, but you go in and it's absolutely huge. So they have anything you can think of barbecue-wise. Their brisket is, like I said, award-winning. But it's not just the barbecue food you get at Stanley's. There's also certain days of the week you have live music. They have a stage. There's inside, outside seating. And it's just an amazing experience to go to, maybe go out on a date night or go out with your friends and just sit, go to the bar, get some barbecue food, and it's an amazing place to eat as much barbecue food as you can. I'm going to move on to the more luxury, high-end, fine dining category next. So if you're in Tyler, maybe on a business meeting, or you just are a foodie and you love high-end food, then some of these places might be good ones for you. So the first one is Prime 102 Steakhouse. Now, this is on the square in downtown Tyler, and this is an amazing steak restaurant. I've been there a couple of times, and this steak is absolutely amazing. Now, it is a little bit pricey, but you're gonna get what you've paid for. So if you're saving up, you wanna have a nice anniversary meal. That's what my wife and I did. We went there for an anniversary meal, and the steak is absolutely delicious. It is like butter. Now, I love my steak, so that definitely is a treat, but it's such an amazing restaurant. But you can also, so you have one option to sit down at a table and have your steak, and it gets quite expensive, but it's really good. But you can also go and sit at the bar, and they have a bar menu as well, which is a little bit more budget friendly. Prime 102 is an amazing place and just high-end luxury steakhouse. Along the same lines of steak, we're gonna be moving on to Dakota's Steakhouse next, which is very similar to Prime 102. It's kind of a luxury high-end steak and seafood restaurant, and it does what it says in the tin. It gives you amazing steak and amazing seafood. So if you're looking at that high-end experience, Dakota's could be on your list. The Grove Kitchen and Gardens is one of the most popular restaurants here in Tyler. It's a little bit more high-end, but it's farm-to-table food. The Grove is located on a farm area here in Tyler, and it works very closely with a lot of farmers and a lot of vendors and food places here in Tyler, and it provides local food. And there's a big variety of what you can get. You can get steak, you can get burgers, you can get salads, vegetarian food if you're into that, seafood, anything like that. But it's an amazing place. It's a little bit more luxury and high scale. It's not just a run-of-your-mill restaurant that you're going to go quickly on a night out, but it's a really nice place and it has really good food to match. And final restaurant in this category is going to be the restaurant at Keep a Soul, which Keep a Soul is a winery here in Bullard, Texas. So the winery you can go on tours, you can buy some wine, but it also has a restaurant attached. And if you go on their website, they call themselves the #1 TripAdvisor fine dining restaurant in Tyler or Bullard area. And that's exactly what it is. It's fine dining. It's really high class. It's really good food. There is a dress code, so that just shows you kind of what establishment it's at. But you could go take a tour at the winery, drink some wine, and then have a really nice luxury meal at the end of it. Moving on to one of my favorite categories, it's going to be the pizza, bread, and Italian restaurant section. I absolutely love pizza. I think it's my favorite food. Just to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a little bit of ketchup maybe, and you'll be good. So if I think about pizza, one of the first restaurants that comes to my mind here in Tyler is Bruno's. Bruno's has 2 locations here in Tyler. Handmade pizza, it calls itself Tyler's favorite handmade pizza spot since 1976. And the locals love Bruno's. It's the place to go if you want handmade pizza. Absolutely chef's kiss. And if you're craving that kind of home-cooked Italian food, then you've got to go to Mario's. Mario's Italian. It's exactly that. It feels like you're having some home cooked Italian food, comfort food. You've got your pasta, pizza, anything Italian. Just go there for a nice night out and you'll feel like you're at home. You'll end up leaving with full bellies. And also a really, really nice place to go is Solar Bread Company. Now, Solar Bread Company is attached to True Vine Brewing Company. So it's attached to the brewery and it provides a lot of fresh baked goods as well as pizza, as well as fresh bread. And it's really delicious. Whenever I go to True Vine to have a couple beers, you always want to get a nice pizza as well. And there's a lot of outside seating. And it's not just a restaurant. So there's also just outside. So the brewery and the Solar Bread Company are right next to each other. And then you have a massive outdoor stage with a covered seating area, outdoor seating. It's just the absolute perfect place to go in the summer. Have a couple of beers and have you a nice freshly baked pizza from Solar. It's such an amazing time. If you are the type of person that loves a little bit of seafood, then I've got two places for you. The first one is going to be the Black Pearl. The Black Pearl is very close to downtown and it serves some fresh, high-end seafood. So what it serves, so you're going to have East Coast oysters, Alaskan king crab, boiled shrimp, ceviche, and beef tartare. So if you like any of those things, that's kind of what Black Pearl specializes in. So head on down there and get some nice high-end, high-quality, fresh seafood. And the other restaurant on my list is going to be The Catch. So The Catch has a couple of locations here in Texas, and they provide what they call fast, casual, fresh seafood. So it's not a fast food restaurant like McDonald's, where you just go in, get your food and leave. It's a restaurant, but they provide quick service. It's a casual restaurant, just show up in a t-shirt and shorts. You get some nice fresh seafood. You get fried fish, you get some fish and chips. You're going to get any type of seafood. They do some really nice crawfish as well. So if you love your crawfish, then go to The Catch and get some there. Also here in Tyler, we have some Mediterranean food. So if you want Mediterranean food, go to Bernard's Mediterranean restaurant. And it's kind of like an upscale restaurant. You're going to get some pasta, steak, veal, and chicken, all served in a Mediterranean style. And it's a really good place if you love Mediterranean food. Also, if you're a stickler for Cajun food, it's got to be Razoo's Cajun Cafe. You're going to get that lovely New Orleans flavor right here in Tyler. We're very close to the Louisiana border here in Tyler, so you know it's just going to be authentic Cajun food. So the final category on today's list is going to be kind of your Texan / Southern / grill kind of food. So you know what I mean. And we're here in Texas, so I'd highly recommend trying out these restaurants because when in Texas, do as the Texans do. Firstly, we're going to have Rick's on the Square. Now, as the name implies, the restaurant is on the square here in Tyler in downtown, which is it's a really nice little square to go to, and a couple of the other restaurants that I've mentioned today are on the square. So Rick's on the Square is going to provide basically some southern seafood and steaks. That's what it specializes in, but it's real southern food. You got some seafood, steaks, and it's kind of that hearty food. And it's a small restaurant here on the square. There's live music at weekends, so it's an absolutely amazing place to be and go to. We're also going to have Culture ETX, which is another Texan restaurant, which is going to have everything that you can think of with Texan food. Also, this one is a chain, but it's got to be FD's Grill House. You can have your burgers, you can have your steaks, anything southern and grill. Just imagine going to a barbecue. Got a soft spot for it, but it's going to be FD's Grill House. Also, a little bit of a unique one. So it's going to be Texas de Brazil. Now, this one's going to be, you're going to pay your charge and you're going to get unlimited all you can eat grilled meat served at your table. So they come along with skewers of meat and they're going to slice it off, give it to you on the plate, and just that Brazilian style mixed with the Texan, all you can eat. It's absolutely delicious, freshly grilled meat on your table. It's fantastic. I'd highly recommend it, not just as a restaurant, but an experience as well. I've tried it a few times in my life and I'd highly recommend it. My next recommendation is going to be 1836 Texas Kitchen. Now this one has it all. This is an all-in-one experience. You're going to have Mexican food, you're going to have barbecue food, you're going to have Texan food, Southern food, grill food, anything you could think of that has a Texan feel is going to be at 1836 Kitchen. So if you've got a family and you can't really decide exactly what type of food you're going to want to go to, but you know you want something Texas themed, then go to 1836 Texas Kitchen. And lastly on our list, we have 12, which is going to be modern American cuisine. And you're also going to get some of that Southern style food in there as well. Now 12 is a little bit more upscale, but it's still absolutely delicious and you're going to have some amazing choices at 12. So that's it. That concludes my list. Now, like I said earlier, please don't get offended if I hadn't mentioned your favorite restaurant on here. All I asked you to do is put that restaurant down in the comments, because I'm most likely going to be making a part 2 on this, because there are so many nice restaurants here in Tyler. I can't cover them all in one video. And if there's some more restaurants that I mentioned today that you want me to go into a little bit more detail about, then I can most certainly do that as well. Just let me know in the comments, what is your favorite restaurant that I mentioned? What did I miss? What's your favorite restaurant in Tyler in general? For those of you that made it to the end, thank you very, very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like this video if you like the video, and subscribe if you are new. Like I said, my name is Ronnie Withers. If you're thinking about moving to the Tyler area, reach out and we'll get you into your Tyler home. But until next time, cheerio.